Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab. I do what I do for you. I'm wrapping up this Psycho Spiritual Energy Center number 7. This is the final lesson, so let's get this party started. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message and a story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in receiving them. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of life. My back is itching. Stop that. Okay, excuse me. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know themselves. So I get on my grind by putting the information here for you daily to use for yourself to do just that. Know yourself. Know thyself is the goal for all right thinkers. Let's go. My mission is to get you there. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not, excuse me, I asked the question. Sorry about that. Do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't, tune in. I can help you with that. That's my point. And a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes or thinks that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. Be wrapping it up. Be closing out. Number 7. See a Marine at the top? That's where we headed. Okay? When you reach there, a whole lot of things should have changed for you, and you should recognize it and understand. Let's go. Right thinkers? The 7 Energy Conscious Center, which is located on the crown head, extended upward beyond the physical body. Like I said, it's really over top of you. And this is the 7th chakra. It's purple, color of royalty. All right? Top of the spectrum of the rainbow. It says the crown chakra. That's the key. Remember, this is all the Indian concepts. I'm giving you the Egyptian concept, weaving that in to show you how they go together pretty much. But they call them chakras. We call them energy conscious centers. Okay, consciousness centers, psycho, spiritual, energy consciousness centers. But chakra is the common word. Okay, and it says at this level, this is the mindset. I am connected to the divine source. You saying you and God are one. That's when you reach this level. That's what it should be. And at this level, that should be your mindset and your mentality of the universe. I am one with the light. I trust in the light, aka God, or your higher self, supreme being, whatever adjective you do name him, that's fine. He doesn't have a problem with that. But the key is to what? Honor, respect, and show him how much you respect and show devotion to him by what? Doing the right thing, being obedient. That's it. Nothing special. I don't run around acting the fool. No. Just do the right thing. All right, here you go. Quickly. The symbols of this center consist of, from the ancient Egyptian iconograph, the Uraeus, the serpent, okay, encircle what the sun does. You see the sun does, then you see the Uraeus coming around them, okay. That's the definition at this level for the 7th degree, the crown chakra. And at the crown of the head is used. Also, in the papyrus, in the ani, and urgent cone, at the crown of the head is also used what to symbolize the anointing. Ding, 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 ding. It's all done in the head. The oil on the head. Okay. The anointing is becoming conscious. Christ consciousness. Okay. anointed of what? The transcendental consciousness. You becoming awakened. You know thyself, which occurs when? Only when the lower self is transcended. That means you raise your conscious level. You conquered your ego self. In Indian iconograph is what? 1,000-petal lotus flower. I tell you, I let firecrackers. I let fire, and when they hit, it's like a just an explosion in your mind. It's like getting high, taking a hit of that pipe, any drug that takes you to the next level, that euphoria, that wow, that yeah, okay. I got that 2013. I'm still high. I done did a many drugs, 3-day drugs, 72-hour pill, but ain't nothing like God. So I'm not here to preach, but I'm just trying to tell you that concept. Being connected to God. That's it. That's the highest you're gonna get. That's all Christ had. Now let's talk about this. How you would get this. The main thing is when you're living and doing these things, they lay it out for you. All you can do, well, I just walk the path. It's the path. They lay it out. Follow the other big road. Conceptually. Why? It's laid out for you. This ain't haphazard, willy-nilly, I'm picking shit. No, it's just do this. Do this. I'm every day tell you, do this. But guess what? I'm doing that. So that's why I get that mad about it. So excuse me. But okay, let's talk about this right quick. Let me get this lesson out. All right, we good. Where am I? I lost my spot. Run a victim out. Okay, now the Indian. Okay, the 1,000-petal lotus, and at the top of the head with the lotus feet of God. I showed the picture when you saw sitting on the throne, coming out his feet with the lotus plant. Okay, life. Okay, I tell you, the lotus grows in the muck and the mire, but it's pure when it comes out. When the sun comes out, it opens up. And the lotus flower at the foot of God. Now, in the center, symbolizing what? The fact that every individual, you must transcend even what? The experience of oneness with God in order to experience the transcendental beingness without attributes or associations of any kind. You have to make that experience. That's the call the mystical experience, the but God moment, whatever. But when you reach that level, now you and God become one. You have no more doubts. You have no more fears. You know something for yourself. Sorry about that. I get excited about God. All right. Down here, you see he's still biting at the ring. So once you pass Ahmed bite, now the question is, do you pass the judgment of the 42 judges of Mayat? So you ain't really out the woods. You just pass going into oblivion. Okay, so moving on. All right, let me get to the lesson. Again, I got some good stuff here. Excuse me. Sorry about that. All right, but at this level, the highest level, you have, where we at? We're down here. Okay, we're down here down to the bottom. The element at this center is what they consider beyond the concepts of symbols, desires, indifference, being and non-being. You reached that level. You're there. Okay, take a seat, relax, enjoy yourself. You made it. The 7th level. Now, what we got here? It says the prominent psychic activity. There's no negative here. You only got 2 things to worry about. And first, there's the prominent psychic activity. We're going to go over that. Then I'm going to knock off the way to achieve this energy center and what we did, how we got there. So, almost done. Got one more page. All right, excuse me. The prominent psychic activity, meaning how you going to act. This is the energy consciousness level where what? Where the dualistic mind, symbolized by who? Apophis. Remember him, the serpent? And what? The life-giving fire of primal energies become united into what? One whole. This is where Apophis, your lower self, we call it the ego self, but no, this is the real one. Apophis, watch this, is transformed into what? The Urias, your higher self, the highest achievement of all spiritual movement. This consciousness level represents the level of transcendence where what? The Christ, for my Christian friends, anointing occurs. It happens up here. It happens in here. It is here where the merging, this crucifixion on the cross, watch this, of the individual soul with the absolute reality, the universal soul, occurs. He's being nailed to the cross. Watch this. The same symbolism is expressed in the idea of the Sphinx. I keep explaining to you, the Sphinx, the body of a lion, that's the beast, wherein the lion body, the lower nature of the Sphinx, merges with what? The human head, higher self, God, conscious. Sounds, hope you understand this. In Indian terms, watch this, their philosophy, goddess Kundalini is what? The energy force, which is what? A serpent. And the force of the body, what? Unites with what? The god Shiva. The creative force, again, of the universe. This is their concept of God in the goddess aspects of creation. Thus, going beyond what? Male and female. That's what I tell you. Ain't no sex happening in the next life. Why? Ain't no bodies. So you can't have that. Bodies for the sexes for the bodies here. Next level, none of that. So get that out of your head, but I'm gonna get 72 virgins. Moving on. Let me wrap it up. Again, this is gonna be a short lesson. I'm glad to get this out. I got another page, but let me go. I got this. I'm doing this. The way to achieve. Now, here's the best part. Right thinkers. The way to achieve matching, reaching this energy center, we done went from 1 to 7. And everything in between, once you master each one of those levels to get here, you'll see how it play out. Watch this. Cleanse the subtle and the gross energy channels to what? To dissolve all traces of what? Mental and physical blockage. It's clean. It's clear. The slate is clean. You good to go. You done reached enlightenment. Now you good to go. This psychic state of mind is achieved when the elements of the body, from the red chakra to the purple and everything in between, are all dissolved into what? Infinity, which is 1,000 petals of the lotus flower. That means it all comes to one and explodes. Okay? Earth, the first energy center, dissolves into what? Water. The second energy center, watch this. Third, water dissolves into what? The fire. The third energy center, we went over these, and watch this. All these are elements that we mastered. Watch this, how it works out. Fire dissolves into what? Air, which is the fourth energy center. Air dissolves into what? Remember this word? Ether. That was the fifth energy center. Ether dissolves into what? Cosmic mind, which is the sixth energy center. We just went over that one. And when all traces of what? Ego consciousness. When all traces of ego consciousness, ego identification with the elements is what? Dissolved, aka conquered, defeated. All elements dissolve into infinity, the transcendental, what? Absolute. And we here at the seventh energy center, and behold, the transcendental reality of which you have achieved are in reflection, and dissolve yourself into it, becoming one. And constantly you bring the mind back to this self-realization that you are the ocean of existence, aka God, all consciousness. You are the source expressions, you are the source from which all things arise. This is the concept you have to have at this level, and this is where we should be, right, thinkers? When you finish all of the different levels of consciousness are what? Only expressions of the one consciousness. You pull them all into yourself. You master them. You experience them. You live them, and you reach what? Bliss. That comes from what? The wholeness of being one and knowing thyself. That's the goal for all right thinkers. That in a nutshell right there. Okay, now, right quick, I'm going to tell you about the movement of the serpent power. We done figured out that. Now let's talk about the movement. You got the goddess Sekhmet. Sekhmet is the counterpart to Ptah, the god who uttered himself into creation from the Memphite theology, Ptah. Okay, the name Ptah signifies what? Supporter of heaven and earth. He sustains creation through what? His goddess Sekhmet. Okay, the term Sekhmet comes from Sekhem. That's the Sekhem is what? The divine life force energy which emanates from the divine God himself and which causes what? Creation to exist and which engenders all life. Thus, Ptah is the cause while Sekhmet is the dynamic aspect of the divine. See, we're going with this. They put together opposites to make one whole. They mastered that and they understood that. Why? That's what duality is all about. Only thing singular is God himself. Everything after that comes into pairs. So watch this. Thus, Sekhmet is holding what? The two forces, positive and negative, Set and Nephthys, which, watch this, which together manifest as what? The opposites of creation. So in this aspect, Sekhmet is likened to what? The caduceus of Tahuti. Sekhmet is the central staff, the main part, the channel. Watch this. While the two serpents go around. Looks like something like this. See that? The pole, that's Sekhmet. The two serpents, Nephthys and Set. Okay, opposite of the same thing. Okay, going up to meet at the top to create the enlightenment. Watch this. That's the concept, and watch it play out. Where we at down here? The two serpents symbolizes, okay, right here. So in the aspect, Sekhmet is likened to the caduceus, or of Tahuti. Sekhmet is the central staff, the pole, which Asar plays in the Egyptian concept, in the Anubian concept. Asar is this pole, representing spirit, while the two serpents, his girls, Nephthys and Aset, right there, symbolize solar and lunar, mortal and mortal. Note, watch this, that the two serpents are what? In reality, one serpent with two heads. Got a picture of that too. This signifies what? That the energy, while appearing as opposites in the form of two serpents, okay, but you see, they really joined together at the bottom, they just going up, they really one. Okay, two-headed, one serpent, watch this. But it shows you when the opposite energy, in reality, the two aspects of the same energy, when the opposite forces, watch this, in the mind and body are what? Are harmonized, mastered. That means practice, good together. And when they are harmonized, what happened? There is a dawning of the vision of what? Universality and the unit which underlies all, aka the Akashic records. You become knowledgeable of all things, mainly thyself, and what creates everything that goes on. Your higher self, which you're a part of that. Let's talk about serpent power, what it means right quick. We got a definition for that right here. The latent spiritual energy, it lies dormant where? In the lower part of the spine, coiled up, as it were, at the base of the spine. And watch this. And when awakened, how is it awakened? It says when awakened, but how do you awaken it? That's what we get to understand for anybody. Righteous, virtuous living wakes up the serpent within us. Okay, that's how you do it. And it spirals what? Upward. Okay. Like you see me keep doing that. That's what that is. In India, you play the flute. If you play the right note, the serpent will come out. And the serpent usually what? A female. Notice that? Okay. It's in the basket as a serpent, but do the magic, it's a really female. So that's the concept. Two of them to be exact. Alright, so right here, where you at? The Indian iconograph, excuse me. To the body, spiritual body. Okay, here we go. The spirals upward toward the spiritual energy centers in the subtle spiritual body, known as the astral body or the nervous system inside the body. In Indian iconograph B, you got three main nadis or astral channels through which the serpent power travels are depicted as one straight channel or central shaft which runs vertically, and then you got two intertwining channels represent the two opposite poles of the same serpent power energy. This is the same depiction used in the ancient Egyptian iconograph A, which the staff of the god Tahuti, which later became known as the caduceus of the Hermes Trismegistus, and is still known today as the medical sign. Now, I'm going to end this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. You know now all the 7 serpent power conscious, energy conscious, centers in the body. Hope you got understanding. I got some more for you. I'll be back. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all to be live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never knew that right thinkers like you passed away. I'm out.